in progress, and sooner than later, all of those will be ready and will be inducted into the arsenal of the Indian Armed Forces. Before now, as we speak, Rajnath Singh there taking a sortie in the newly inducted light combat helicopter. Prachand is what it's been called. Clear message being sent of the might of India, the might of Indian forces, especially to our two neighbors who have been increasing their hostility, their aggression along both the borders, the eastern and the western front as far as India is concerned. India has sent a clear message to both those countries time and again that security and sovereignty of the country will be paramount. There will be absolutely no compromise on it and no dirty tricks will be tolerated. The induction of these 15 light combat helicopters is just another indication of that to anyone who tries any sort of misadventure towards the country. As far as Pakistan and China are concerned, if we talk about the equivalent capabilities, Akash, of those two countries, with the LCH, India perhaps is one step far ahead of them.
Exactly, and Poonam, someone was comparing LCH with Apache, and this is the that talking about the being given to understand that.
We'll try and reconnect with my colleague Akash there, who's getting us the very latest and, of course, the significance of what really this means. Before now, we can tell you that Rajnath Singh is still on board that light combat helicopter taking a sortie, and that image of the defense minister is right before he entered the cockpit of that particular helicopter, all geared up in his overalls. Right now, he is in the skies there above Jodhpur, above the Jodhpur IAF base, in fact. He is going to be landing shortly, and we'll, of course, await a response from the Raksha Mantri as to his experience of his very first sortie in this particular aircraft, in this particular helicopter, I beg your pardon. But before, when he inducted Prachand, he made it very, very clear the kind of significance it holds, not just for the armed forces, but for the entire country as well, because this is a definite boost to the Make in India, Make for India dream that the Prime Minister has been speaking of for years together now. We're one step headed in the right direction as far as self-reliance in the defense sector is concerned. Not only self-reliance, in fact, India is making strides in ensuring that our countries are also now looking at India for weaponry, for defense acquisitions, and that's really the way forward as far as India is concerned. Akash is back with us, I believe, and Akash, we are, of course, awaiting for the Raksha Mantri to land after his sortie and hear from him his first-hand experience. But the importance and the significance that both he and the IAF chief highlighted when they inducted those 15 LCHs is clear as day.
Right, and you see, Poonam, I was, listening to the address of Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, and he started, giving examples from the mythology where he said that first, whenever we talk about poets, we call Kalidas as the first one who starts everything. And he was talking about the singers, and then he talked about the land of Rajasthan. He very much maintained that how Rajasthan and, people who are belonging to Rajasthan are somewhere a part of Indian Army, Indian Air Force, and the tri-services, and how they are very crucial for Indian Air Force and Indian Army. And as of now, while we are getting inducted these particular helicopters, and how Jodhpur is very, very important place and very crucial place, he was maintaining that, and then he talked about this particular light combat helicopter. The very first thought that comes in our mind while we talk about light combat helicopter is, of course, the indigenously developed helicopter. These are India's own and indigenously developed helicopters. So you see, starting from 2014, we know that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi has stressed on the very fact that we need to made in India, we need to make in India, and at a time when Prime Minister stressed on Atmanirbhar Bharat, this is the perfect example that we are getting this particular induction. And also, not only Indian Air Force, Indian Army is looking for the light combat helicopters, and it has a very light weight, that makes it different from all others. It has a total weight of 6 ton. In fact, 6 ton is the ultimate weight of this particular helicopter, and also the service ceiling. I was mentioning it earlier that it has the maximum service ceiling of all attack helicopters in the world. It can go up to 6,500 meters, and this is the maximum of all. Also, speed plays a big role. So 330 kilometers per hour is the speed. We were given to understand that it has dual engine, and it can fire with a 110-degree angle, and also it can carry a number of missiles, a number of weapons. Definitely, this is a very important day for not only Indian Air Force but for for India, for the people of India, because we are getting our fleet strengthened. Indian Air Force is somewhere getting the fleet strengthened with this particular helicopter. This is the first attack helicopter, and it has been designed and developed keeping the thoughts of high altitude in mind, and it is on the very same design of Dhruv helicopters. It is on the very same design of
right, the
Dhruv
advanced
helicopter.
light helicopter, which was named Dhruv. This is an upgraded version, so to say, as far as its capabilities are concerned. But there are comparisons that are being made over the two choppers that are now in India's arsenal. And these visuals are coming in live from the Jodhpur Air Force Base, where the first sortie, which took Rajnath Singh to the skies of Jodhpur, is just about to make its landing as we speak. We'll of course await for Rajnath Singh to exit the cockpit of the chopper, come out and share his first-hand experience as to what that was like. Before now, we are just awaiting for that chopper to actually land. A 15-minute sortie perhaps is what the Defence Minister of this country, Rajnath Singh, enjoyed. The kind of conversations you would have had with the pilot in the cockpit, Akash, is also interesting, not just about the capabilities of the light combat helicopter. I'm sure experiences were also shared.
Exactly, and it is very interesting to see because talking about this helicopter, so it has a glass cockpit, so we can see what is happening there, and yes, not very clearly, but definitely Rajnath Singh will be having a word with the pilot as well, and also the kind of experience you see. This is a sortie, and Rajnath Singh is very much there taking the flight, and you see we were talking about the features, and light and glass cockpit is one of the features as well. This has a composite airframe structure, and it is a indigenized helicopter. It comes above all the features. And you were just a few minutes back, you were comparing the Apache and the light combat helicopter. So a light combat helicopter is also the best because it can land in Siachen as well. Because we have seen that how Apache used to face difficulties in the Eastern Ladakh sector and Eastern Ladakh area. So as of now, Indian Air Force has an option to send, a light combat helicopter, in fact, to send Prachand in that particular area. In fact, I was mentioning that how two prototypes were very much deployed for the training purpose. Two prototypes were very much deployed in the Eastern Ladakh sector, Eastern Ladakh area. And as of now, when we are seeing the conditions between India and China and the actual line of control, when things are not at the right place, and after, Galwan violence, we have seen the kind of development at a time. At this point in time, this induction has a crucial role to play, and not only in case of China, but also in case of Pakistan. You see, this is going to be a very, very important day, and we are waiting that, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh would be completing this particular flight and will be telling about his experience as well, Poonam.